Hello everyone, and welcome back to Procurement in the Park. I'm Christian Schuh, and today we're going to talk about something that's on the minds of many young professionals and businesses alike. How to launch a successful career in procurement. This topic has been top of mind for me, especially after my recent trip to Brazil, where I had the opportunity to speak with clients during a roadshow for my book Profit from the Source, published by Harvard Business Review Press. Many of the leaders I spoke with were deeply focused on one thing: building a great procurement team and attracting the right talent. Now, if you're a young person thinking about entering procurement, you might be surprised to learn that procurement is a scientifically under-researched field. In many ways, it's still in its formative stages, and that presents both opportunities and challenges. Take this example. In most companies, there are no well-established universal standards in procurement. If a company has 40 category teams, it's likely that each of the 40 category directors runs their team in their own way. Compare this to manufacturing, where 40 production lines in a factory would all follow a common logic and structure. In procurement, this variability is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it's a challenge. There are very few structured programs at universities or colleges where you can formally study procurement. But on the other hand, this is an incredible opportunity for someone who is smart and creative. You can help shape the way procurement is done to a much greater degree than the more rigid functions like finance or manufacturing. You can really make your mark if you're willing to innovate and think outside the box. Now let's talk about the kinds of profiles that succeed in procurement. You might assume there's a single type of degree or background that works best. But the truth is, all kinds of skill sets are needed. Traditionally, finance, legal, and engineering degrees have been the go-to backgrounds for procurement professionals. Why? Well, a finance degree is invaluable when you need to navigate the complex die-offs with the CFO's team. Legal expertise, of course, is essential in preventing and managing escalations with suppliers, especially when contracts or disputes arise. And engineers have a special role, particularly in industry where procurement works closely with technical teams. They are able to speak the same language as internal engineering stakeholders and can often influence the technical direction of suppliers. In fact, in the manufacturing industry, we have seen cost engineering functions drawing heavily on engineering talent. Engineers are not just executing, they are helping to shape supplier offerings. But here's where it gets really interesting. There's also a growing need for more exotic profiles. Candidates with experience in marketing and sales are becoming increasingly valuable. You may ask why? Well, because procurement, like sales and marketing, is one of the outward-facing functions of a company. Understanding how salespeople think gives procurement professionals a strategic advantage. More than that, in many cases, procurement teams need to sell projects or initiatives to suppliers. Especially when dealing with key suppliers, procurement has to convince these suppliers to prioritize their projects, gaining access to the A-team from the supplier side. And let's not forget the wave of technological advancements. As AI, big data, and automation become more central to procurement processes, candidates with degrees in math, computer science, and even physics are going to have a bright future in this field. The ability to harness the power of technology is fast becoming a must-have skill set. When we talk about what makes the ideal procurement professional, there's one more critical profile we need to mention: the investigative journalist. In my experience, the best procurement professionals don't need to be the best engineers or the most knowledgeable manufacturing experts, but they need to have the curiosity of an investigative journalist. A great buyer asks questions, probes, researches, and never stops until they get to the core of an issue. They're not afraid to dig deep, cross-examine facts, and push for the truth. This investigative mindset is invaluable because it leads to better decisions and stronger supplier relationships. Reflecting on my conversations in Brazil, it's clear that companies across industries are waking up to the importance of building world-class procurement teams. They understand that the future of procurement depends on attracting diverse talent, people who can think strategically, innovative, and navigate the complexities of the global supply chain. So if you're a young professional considering a career in procurement, remember this. Procurement is one of the few areas where you have the opportunity to shape the future. It's a discipline where creativity, curiosity, and technical expertise can come together to create real, measurable value for a company. There's a lot of uncharted territory, and that's exactly what makes it so exciting. Thank you for joining me today. I am Schuh, and this has been Procurement in the Park.